Hey there, everyone. It's GleeCon, and I'm here with another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thanks for clicking, for watching, for tuning in. If you like what you see today, go ahead and subscribe. Tell every other person in the world to do so as well. I'll wait. On the last episode, we finished off Thousand Needles, doing some content that while we did earlier on this walkthrough, it was new. It's the first one we've done since the reboot. Now we're going to actually do our first zone today, an entire new zone that we have never covered on this channel before. For those of you that are longtime watchers, you know we had a reboot based on a different approach that we had to the walkthrough, and it got difficult and became a grind. So we rebooted things, and it's gone, well, not perfectly, it's gone much more smoothly, and it's more organic to how I would play. So we're focusing on two characters, one Horde, one Alliance, and we do everything in the game. So we'll get into that a little bit deeper as we start this episode. Stay a while and listen. It's Glee Console. Our Tauren shaman goes to take on Desolace. Now there are still a couple places that we haven't covered, but we have to do a little bit of work here first. So there are, I don't think we don't have any like gear. I should probably visit the bank. I'm going to save these night crawlers, I guess, for fishing. But some of this stuff, we just have to go. I can't do that quest yet. That's a quest from, I guess, like the Stranglethorn quest. But this quest, Alliance Relations, is Desolace related. That is Uldaman, and that's obviously Feralus. So I don't think we'll start walking in that way to pick up the Alliance Relations. I don't think there's anything in the other zones. We have Deadmire and Frostmaw. Frostmaw is Alterac Mountains. Deadmire is Dustwallow. That is a Scarlet Monastery, which we will be doing that soon. That's all we have right now in Thunder Bluff. And then we have the Crown of Will, which is Alterac, Scarlet Monastery, Hearts of Zeals. Aaron for Apothecary Zinj, I don't remember what that is. Testalore, also Scarlet Monastery. That's a that's a Arathi. Uldaman. Don't even know. Actually, that might be Razorfen Downs. No, I don't know. It says oh, that is. I think Amemnar the Coldbringer. Let's look that one up. But I think that's Razorfen Downs. I'm not going to pick it up right now. Actually, we'll look it up while we're flying. There's that element too. We can't help. We also have to drop off the Regthar Deathgate part of this. That's so we have to stop at the crossroads on our journeys here. So we're looking for...
What are you looking for?
Funny. This guy right here. Craven Drock. There might be... I feel like we could probably go solo.
Be still, adventurer, and allow me to share with you something important to our people, but far from obvious. We are a proud race, and the war with the humans tried even Thrall's great patience. You see, our war chief is wise and prudent, and he continues to put his people first. Ultimately, he is a diplomat. And in his time with the humans, he learned much of their ways. If the tale I've started piques your interest, then find Keldron near the western exit of the city. His hovel is there.
His hovel. I've never pronounced that like the word the way they do. Hovel. I've never said that. We're going to go and go to this guy's hovel. I might be wrong. As one of my least favorite things, I don't know. It's good and bad. One of my most shameful things. Actually, probably one of the most shameful things that's ever happened on the show was yesterday when I pooped my pants because I got this Zandalar buff while I was making some bandages or fish or something. That seriously, if it was like I was undergoing like a pacemaker test or something. That was pretty... that really got me. That was straight up jump scare. Not the first time it's ever happened to me on this game, but maybe the first time it was ever caught on camera in such an ignominious way. But the other thing is, I've really gotten it handed to me in terms of pronunciation. And that's happened multiple times. So I've kind of get used to it. The biggest blow to me was that when I learned that Draenei was one I was pronouncing wrong my entire life. Or not my entire life, but for 18 years or whatever now. And the Defias, that was another one. That was a big one. I've always said Defias, and I'm sure there are others. Another big one was the word Aegis. That's not related to World of Warcraft. Oh, I said that wrong for basically my whole life until probably around, I don't know, 5-10 years ago. So I could have been saying hovel wrong my entire life, and it should be hovel, like shovel, or the robot's wrong. You just never know when it's the robot.
Bhutani, noble adventurer. I am Keldron, student of magic and other mystical arts. The business Craven sent you here to speak to me about requires a touch more subtlety than you've previously needed, but that does not mean you cannot still aid our cause. Please, make yourself comfortable, and I shall tell you why the War Chief has need of my aid, and yours. It starts with appearances, adventurer. How the Horde sees itself. How our allies see us. And most importantly, how our enemies see us. As the Alliance progresses deeper and deeper into Kalimdor, incorrect conclusions may be drawn about the Horde making pacts with the Burning Legion. The War Chief cannot allow that to happen. And with his blessing, I'm taking control of overseeing them removed. I have agents in the area of Desolace at the Ghost Walker post, north of the Great Kodo Graveyard. Head south of the Charred Vale in the Stone Talon Mountains, and you shall come across it. When you arrive, seek out Takata Steelblade.
Okay, so this is actually kind of cool from a story perspective. So what this person is, what they're actually, what they're saying is, oh, we should stop at the bank before we go to. We're saying, one of the biggest problems, because Thrall, we know from reading the books and from the experience, Thrall wants to be seen as a legitimately democratic, in a way, I guess. Maybe not democratic, but somewhat fair and egalitarian to a certain extent type of government that could be seen diplomatically in the same way that the Alliance was, that really not hostile, not a threat inherently to just peaceful peoples in the area, and they really just want to fight the things that they think are wrong in the policy issues of, guy's been there since yesterday, Loot Gremlin, of, say, the Alliance, who do some shady things.
Is that good enough for
page 10. We have another page 10, but we can add into the mix here. Page 4. At page 26, at page 27. So that can all get added in. I don't think I have anything else that I really want to throw in there right now. Oh, I did use my extra Ankh yesterday too, which is good.
For the Horde!
Alright, we'll go ahead and sell some of these things. So, one of the biggest problems with that is the optics that this most current attack or presence of demons on Azeroth is because of the orcs, and that's true. Now, is there, things that were outside of their control that kind of caused it? Yeah, totally. And we're getting low on bag space, I'll tell you that. This is... Well, we're still with rocking 8-slot bags and stuff. We just need better. Well, not a lot we can do. We're going to get rid of some of this right now, luckily. But bag space is low. We probably could stand to use some of our leather. That would help. You know what? We can do that. When we can make a pit stop in Thunderbluff on the way just for the leatherworking piece. Alright, so actually we'll go. So Thrall's basically like, we need to nip that in the bud where we want, because Thrall, like all the rest, do not like the Warlock presence. Now, are all Warlocks inherently bad? No. Some have gained that power and yet don't want to be thralls to the demons.
You haven't lived until you've looked down on the world from the back of a window.
Just like the Alliance has people like that. So this is a decision that shows he's really like a politician, that he's concerned with the optics of the situation. And the optics are bad if orcs are walking around associating with demons, and those demons are raising hell, no pun intended, or literally and figuratively, in the area, in this case, Desolace. So that's why we're going there. There are these couple things we have to deal with. There's a ton of quests, it looks like. There actually just are. It's just right here. The Corruptor is popping up on a lot of different spots because that's a drop quest that comes from any demon summoning type person in the area. There's a lot of quests here. This is actually a fun zone to do. It is. There are a small batch of. If we look at our spreadsheet, let's kind of mess with that too. We need to create a whole new zone, a whole new part of the sheet now. Do we have? I don't have Desolace yet. So Razorfen Downs is. We're going to add 3 columns, and then we're going to start this. So we're going to do a Desolace run here. And let's go ahead. There's going to be a bunch. Now, this will do all the quests for Desolace, and within this section of run, kind of like we just did, so it's going to be a while before we check on old Gleek and Tessa. Because within this, we're going to do the Scarlet Monastery and Razorfen Downs in this run, all before we ever go back to her. Alright, so let's go this way off the road. We'll get back to messing with the spreadsheet in a moment, but we have to mess with this. Now, this would send us in further here, but we're gonna go to Thunder Bluff and then fly over to this Shadowcray Village. That's the plan. So we've been sitting on this report for a while. I'm glad it's going to be gone. This is the Cliff Watcher Longhorn report. We've read it before. Or maybe I'm wrong. This might not be Cliff Watcher Longhorn report. This is... Yeah, we're just talking to Regthar Deathgate. This is just a breadcrumb that would give us Kolkar at Desolace. This is also one of those where you got to be careful. Had you picked this one up before, you could miss out on this breadcrumb. If you're walking around the Barrens and you accidentally pick up the Kolkar of Desolace before doing Regthar Deathgate, just drop it. Go back and get Regthar Deathgate. If you want to be a full completionist. And I know you do. I mean, if you followed this and you did Endurium as well, well then you're cray-cray like me. Paying money just to do quests for no point.
Look, we have our duties, adventurer. Duties to the Horde.
Yes, I am recruiting. This mission leads into Desolace, against the Centaur there. I will be brief so that you may quickly begin.
The Kolkar Centaur live in Desolace, and their forces have spread into the Barrens. This is a known fact, and we have Horde agents dealing with them here. But as long as the Centaur are strong in Desolace, they will always pose a threat. It is time we rid ourselves of that threat. Speak with Felgor Two Cuts at Ghost Walker Post in Desolace. He was sent to gather intelligence on the Centaur. He will know how to best deal with the Kolkar of Desolace.
Yeah, so one of the biggest pieces that we're going to have to deal with is that fact that the Desolace is really where it's at. This is where the most Centaur-focused area in the game, and we're going to spend a lot of time with the Centaurs. This is where the dungeon Maraudon is. We will not be doing Maraudon at the end of this, even though we probably are close to being level-wise able to handle it. By the time we get there, we'll be around level 40, 41, somewhere in that ballpark. We will not be able to afford mounts, as you can see. We are not 2 levels away from making the 90 gold needed for a mount. So we're kind of screwed on that. We also have a problem there. This is one of the times, maybe the biggest time, when being a completionist is going to really bite us. It's going to cost us an entire episode. Because to be a true completionist, you need to fully do the Gelkis and whatever the other one is called. Gelkis and Maghar.
My wind riders are
Centaur.
quickly through the hot Barrens air.
We're going to Thunder Bluff first. Centaur quest chains. So it's around 6 or so chains. They both have the same culminating quest that you can complete twice. The problem is by doing one of the quest lines, it inherently requires you to kill some Centaur, and that will mean that you're forced to you're forced to grind your reputation back to friendly with the other faction after you've brought it down to hostile if not hated. At the very slow rate of, I don't remember, 25 maybe rep per Centaur kill. So it will take us an entire episode. It takes a good hour and a half, give or take, to do it. So we'll have one episode where we just set aside. I'll try to plan some good talking materials for that. And we're going to have to do that again when we do this with Alliance. So I'll let you know ahead of time. It will be the last thing we do in the zone. I will save it for the end because it is such a grind. We'll do one of the two chains first. So we are gonna, on both factions, we're gonna start with Gelkis because there's nothing appreciably different between starting with Gelkis or Maghar. And while it would be fun to start with one first, which is what I did, the Maghar quest line has a lot more like non-negotiable killing of Gelkis throughout its chain than the Gelkis quest line. Other than the first quest to kill, there's some you can't help it. You have to kill enough to become friendly with the faction. So you start off as neutral towards both. You have to kill enough to become friendly, and that's for every 25 rep you gain, you lose, I think, 100 rep with the other faction. And then, other than that, for the Gelkis, I think there's only one time when you have to kill someone. The rest of the time, you can kind of skirt your way around. Whereas with the Maghar, there are a couple quests where you pretty much have to kill. And then there's one where, if you had a stealth character, you could avoid killing. But other than that, you're most likely going to need to kill. So since we're not running a stealth character, we have to kind of avoid it. We're going to have to be smart. So in order to save us about half an hour of grinding at least, we're going to run Gelkis first and then Maghar. And you'll kind of see why when we do it, and you'll notice again when we repeat the entire process. Again, we will at some point, I don't know if we'll save it to the end, I don't know how we'll do it. We'll kind of have to feel it out, but at some point we're going to take a break and do all of Razorfen Downs, and we'll take a break and we'll do Scarlet Monastery. Not today, but that will be part of our process. Just to break it up, I think we'll probably do it more like we did it with this character, where I try to sprinkle it in, so we're not just doing it all at one time. Let's find out this Ace's Kitchen. I think we have everything. I think we have all the recipes we can get there.
Dirge
we're chefs, you know.
Is a master of the culinary arts. To better yourself, you will need to seek him out.
I think leatherworking is in there, but I could be wrong. That's Karen Bloodhoof. Dang it. Yeah, we're just here to clear off our leather.
What are you looking for? Which profession?
Before we really get into...
There is a symmetry in the idea of the hide of your enemy providing you with protection. To further your leatherworking skills, look for Una inside the Thunder Bluff Armorers on the Middle Rise.
I like Thunder Bluff, but I gotta tell you, I'm terrible about remembering where the things are in this city. The way it's set up, I just can't wrap my head around it.
How may I aid you?
We're already artisan skinning. Okay, we don't have the silk to donate either. We have... Oh, we can make some bandages. This will help give us a little bit more money. Not that we're super sure. I'm in destitute situation with my mage on... I don't know what to do about it. Because I was an enchanter and I just got all the things from Uldaman, I'm left with about 3 gold and I just leveled up. I need 15 total gold to get the skills I need, so I'm on the fence. Do I just get... None of them are imperative for my spec. So there's that. Okay, so now we can start saving up silk. we also just hit, well, now I just did it, so, but we also just hit this, so now at some point we also have to go to a Arathi, because we can get the next, we can get heavy Mage Weave now, so I kind of have to save that up. Alright, so that's good, we got those things out. We can move that further up. I mean, if we need to, we can destroy those night crawlers. They're just going to be there for fishing. We are going to level soon. I might just bust that out of the way on this episode as much as you guys love it. Alright, so let's find out what we need to do. Oh yeah, we need just heavy armor kits. So we need to get to 175 if we can. So let's go with 5 threads. Oh, can I do... Yeah, we can do that, but I actually don't want to. So actually first, let's go in here. Now I'm making the heavy leather. I'm not saving it anymore. Because now that stuff just gives me a yellow chance, and I just don't... Before it was kind of worth it in my opinion, but now I just don't feel like... Let's go ahead. I want to keep making those heavy armor kits because they're useful to have. I think we have a recipe somewhere here. No, I was wrong. I thought we had a leatherworking recipe. I was like, oh, that'll give us something, you know. But I'm wrong. I can put moonberry juice up there. See, this is already helping clear out some of our inventory space. So that's good. We have 2 full bags now. Okay, cool. We got another inventory space cleared up. And we'll just keep shrinking it. This buys us, there you go, it buys us that bag stuff. Now we do have a little bit we can't mess with, but okay. So now we're going to get into the heavy armor kits because even though we have a couple orange recipes, none of them are things we can actually do. I don't have bolts of silk cloth. Oh, I don't have the belt buckles. And we don't have the thick murloc scales. Okay, so unfortunately, we didn't get exactly where we wanted on that one. Okay, we do have a second stack of those now. Alright, so that's still yellow, but we can probably learn more.
Well, Cairn has brought us to a land rich with possibilities for the future.
Barbaric shoulders and dusky leather
in turn,
armor.
we pass on our good fortune to
So,
others.
shadow oil, I'm
teaching adventurer.
not going to be able to buy that. This one we can do. You know what? We could probably
How may I aid?
cure some more of our hides while I'm at this as well. Yeah, let's get this. How about that? Cured medium hide. I don't know that that's helping us out anymore. We might have to maybe put a stack in the bank. Maybe not. But I think it might be time to retire that. There's just not a lot of... I don't think there's really anything that's... So we need 6 more salt. This is exactly what happened last time. We had 6 and 2. So that means we're still killing mobs that have pretty much the same drop rate ratio for skinning. Okay, cool. So that does buy me those spaces. And now I can come and look at the barbaric shoulders. Now this is 1676. So this is good. This is an upgrade for us. So let's first definitely build 1. But actually we could build all 5. So this will get us up to 180. This takes a long time to build. But we can wear 1, sell the rest, so that's good. Actually, we're coming out on top already with what we've somehow... We're either breaking even or gaining. Cool. So we're going to create all of these barbaric shoulders to get us up to 80. It's the best that we have to deal with for now. The dusky leather would be cool. 102. So this would give me 14. It's still not as good stat-wise. The dusky leather is just not good. So those that Defius armor, we have not found anything that's like just objectively better. So that's pretty neat. Now we're going to be like out of materials after this, so can't do that right now. She's too busy. But this will be good. We'll be upgrading the Hillman shoulders, which we made ourselves, replacing them with the barbaric shoulders. All right, very slow, very slow. And then that's actually going to be, when we get to 40, those are even better. So we still have to keep these. Okay, we're going to move more things around. Slow shoulder building. Very slow. We need some new bracers too. 24. I mean, this is a level 19. That's just such an OP piece of gear. I mean, it's 27. A lot of our stuff 21. It's just not that good. I guess if it comes from a quest, you don't have to worry about that. We need some trinkets. I'm trying to think where we'll get our first trinket from. Alright, so she did it. Now we can equip these. Oh, okay, that's cool. And now we can sell these. We make a little bit more than the gold on all that. So we definitely profited. And look at our bag space. Oh, yeah. So much better. Okay, so now we're in much better sitch in terms of the bag space. And we can learn a pinch more from her.
Cairn has brought us to a land rich with
Frost leather coat
possibilities for the
and
future.
cloak
We
and
have been
green
fortunate,
bracers.
And so in turn we pass on our good fortune to others.
So this cloak
That
we're
is
not
why
going
I
to be
began
building because of the
teaching
elementals required. And I don't need frost damage on a leather. Weird. But the green leather bracers, that will be nice. With 6 heavy leather. Like, that's where we're going to be going if we have the hide. Downside is, yeah, without that hide, what do we do? Like those, even though they require 8, it's 1 hide each. We're going to just build 1 of these. With the hide needing 2 each, like we need. So we're just going to be hoping for the hide. Other than that, it'll be back to making heavy armor kits, if that's all we can make. Alright, cool. So that was a profitable experience. I think we made around a gold or so, maybe a little more. And we gained a shoulder upgrade. And now we can fly the rest of the way. And not to mention, it's a visual upgrade. I kind of like those better. Looks more beefier.
When mounted on the back of a Wind Rider, one sees that its reputation for strength and speed is well earned.
Alrighty. Now it's off to journey into Desolace for real, for real. Now let's finish the quests. So, first thing we did on this episode is we picked up... I'm almost done with Uldaman finally. I'll finish today. I'm in here at the gates. So now we're going over to Desolace. We did Alliance Relations 1 and 2. And Alliance Relations was just, hey, go pick this up, and then turn it in, and pick that up. And then we turned in, so that one's done. And then we picked up, we have had this one for a while, so we finally turned in Regthar Deathgate. So we could knock that one off, which then gave us the Kolkar of Desolace. So we do have another quest which actually doesn't count. It's from Thousand Needles. We still have to turn in Family Tree. That's something that we have to cover, and we'll turn that in when we go here. We might not even turn it in today. There's so much to do, and we're going to land out here. So it's tough. We also need to keep an eye as we walk through. We've got to... I hope we don't have to do this, but this guy has 2 escort quests. The Gizelton Caravan and Bodyguard for Hire. We've got to do both. So we're going to start here since this is where we're just naturally at, but it's not maybe organically the best area for us to be in. And some of it we might ignore. As you can see, though, this is our first real zone where we're going to be actively messing with demons. Ashenvale has some spots, but nothing has required us to really go there. Today I also have to... I still haven't gone back and done that Swamposaurus quest that I forgot to do. My Horde character, I gotta go back and do that. I should be able to get to that today. Got a football game to watch, but other than that, I'm gonna do some more pie baking. Let you know how it goes. Am I gonna get better? Am I gonna get worse? I don't know. I don't know, man. Alright, I'll hold off on the fishing. I'm sorry, I know that's not what you guys want. I want to see that fishing. Alright, so we're just going to explore Shadowprey Village. So this is Jinarzilian.
Relax.
He has a repeatable quest called Fish in a Bucket, but that's actually tied to another quest, so we're going to ignore it for now. This is a fisherman, Louis Mala. Train me. You can't.
Bye-bye now.
Clam bait.
Don't be shy.
I should find some hired help. I don't like sitting here all day selling fish supplies. I'd much rather go fishing and then sell supplies. Take a look so we can bobbles and stuff.
Bye-bye now.
Bobbers. You have the look of a fisherman shaman. I love to fish. Been fishing all my life. The best bait to use is soft-shelled clam meat. The fish just can't resist, you know what I mean? Up north you'll find a wrecked ship off the coast. Soft-shelled clams are littered throughout the area. If you bring me back 10 pieces of soft-shelled clam meat, I'll give you something in return.
Be good.
So, I don't know if it's cringy for me to do the accent of that. I don't know if... I've had that thought the other day when I was, like, recapping, looking at some Shadowprey stuff. I don't want to be, like, cringe or offensive about it. So, if it does come off that way, if it's, like, some kind of weird appropriative thing, let me know, and I'll gladly cut it out. I just don't know. You know, I need to be told and learn things. So, shout out to me, put it in the comments, reach out to me privately if you don't want to do it in such a public way, but it won't offend me to be corrected. Teach me.
What you want?
If you seek to hunt Naga, then you will need all the help you can get. Deep in the water you can find bubbly fishes that produce enough air bubbles that will allow you to breathe underwater. Swim up close so that you can use the bubbles.
Spirits be with you, man.
Maybe you heard, or maybe you haven't. My crew and I was out fishing near Ranajar Isle, moored to the wrecked ship off the coast up north. We used to fish there all the time. Now all I do is think of a way to seek revenge for my fallen comrades. The Naga attacked us one morning, killing everyone except me. My conscience can't handle the guilt, shaman. I need you to go and fry them Naga for me. I'll make the effort worth your while. Think you could help me with that? Now this one I'm kind of torn on because we do need these quests, but I think there's other quests up here that will also send us out that way. So I don't know that I want to run off and go do these quests all right away. Let's see what she has for sale. This is La Mawani.
How you doing, man?
So does she have anything cool for us? No, there are no recipes in stock for her, so nothing to benefit us by going there. Okay, let's look at the rest of the people. So, Shadowprey Guardian, and more Guardian. Up here in this little tower, it's a skinning trainer, but we already know how to skin. So that's not really useful to us. And up here, cool, there's a Vark Battle Scar, a pretty cool looking Tauren. And he looks to be surrounded by like herbs and stuff, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's getting the peace pipe out, you know? If you know what I mean. Alright, so as we now curl around, I'm going to stay on the left side of the road. And there's another Tauren. I mean, the Tauren, this is a former Tauren zone. This is the main longhouse of the area, Aboda, Stable Master. And this would be where you'd set up your inn. Oh, it's a Tauren run in. Innkeeper Sikewa.
As the wind on the plains, you are always welcome here.
What's that? That reminds me of something. Well, what does she have? Well, we're not. She has Ultrax Swiss Alta also.
Maybe.
I guess the Tauren like that. Why? There is nothing upstairs of the inn. That's just an inn. No quests. Okay, cool. So now I think I'm not going to go running right out to those couple quests I just picked up. I think we are going to sort of make a little run, circuitous run around. Alright, over here, there's a gong, there's a couple things, but here's a guy, Taiga Wisemane.
The Burning Blade possesses the Demon Box. Within it lies the powerful hand of Iruxos. The Burning Blade uses it to open demonic portals at Manarok Coven. We must stop the tide of demons entering our world, adventurer. Use this demon pick on the red crystal in Thunderaxe Fortress to gain access to the Demon Box.
That quest is a little bit annoying because the mob respawn rate is super high. So he gave us a pick that we will, a special pick to use. And then we can play super dope guitar licks. It's the pick of destiny. Yes. And we have cooking supplies up here. Wulan.
How you doing?
This is where we learned that cooking, where you got the expert cookbook. We already did that and visited him, so... Sorry, Wulan. We already have everything we need from you. And down here, we have a general... Hey Wulani.
We got the goods.
She has general goods, but it looks like it's just throwing axes and stuff. Okay, this is a forge, in case you were a miner in the area. Here's Tuck. Oh, she wasn't general goods. She was an axe crafter.
Hello, man.
He's the general goods guy. This is... Oh, Tuck. Nothing. He's got throwing axes. Then we have another quest.
Long ago, a dwarf came to this land. His name was Hemet, and he wished to hunt great beasts. His skills with the rifle were uncanny, and we spent many days hunting together. Even the enmity between our peoples was forgotten. When he left Desolace for Stranglethorn, I vowed to one day welcome him back so that we may hunt again. Now is that time. Take this Kodo horn to Hemet. He will know it is from me. You will find him in Stranglethorn, north of the Grumgold base camp.
Alright, so we have, unfortunately, something else in our bag now. But also, yet another reason to go talk to Hemet. Alright, so clam bait, other fish to fry, hand of Iruxos, hunting in Stranglethorn. So we just picked up 4 quests. So, clam bait, if you see, it's way down there. Nope. So picked up clam bait, other fish to fry. Bang, bong bong. The hand of Iruxos. So that's one of the trickier chains, and I agree. And the nesting way. Something about Stranglethorn. Oh, that's one of the easier ones because it's just a breadcrumb. Alright, so we picked all that. We will not be doing Nessingwary anytime soon. Alright, so now let's head out on the road. I decided to hold off because they want us to go up here. So we'll wait until we kind of organically make our way up there. So what we're going to do now is hit the road and see if Rigger Gizelton is over here. And if so, we can possibly pick up one of his escorts. If not, we're going to make a curve. We can do the Kodo Roundup, actually. There's no reason to not pause and do that. And then we'll go into the Kodo Graveyard around there and Ghost-o-plasm Round Up. Those are 2 things we can just organically do. Like, they're just one-offs, neutral quests. Everyone can do them. Why not? It doesn't hurt. What's our recording time at right now? Okay, yeah, we're still doing great on time. Okay. So this is where now the fun will begin. So we had about a half an hour plus of just traveling and quest pickup and getting settled in and getting ready to go. That's the Gelkus village. We just got a little XP for that. That's where there will be a quest that actually asks us to choose like an alliance. Which faction do we want to roll with? When we make that choice, we'll pick up both quests so that we have them both sitting in our inventory. What's that little thing? Oh, just a rat. Just a Desolace rat. Alright, so the way this guy works is he will travel back and forth along this road, pausing at certain points. This goblin caravan. You may or may not see him. You can also see Regthar patrolling this zone from time to time. The dope Regthar. I guess he patrols a few areas, and you need him for certain quests, but at least if you're Horde. Pretty sure he's hostile to Alliance. Alright, it says the Corruptor is here, but that drops off of any Warlock. See, that could any Burning Blade summoner type creature. So we're gonna wait until we again organically through other quests fight those guys. We're not gonna go seek out them right now just for the sake of maybe getting that quest to drop. We'll do it. We'll do that later when we have to. So we're gonna go over to the Kodo Roundup and we're gonna maybe see if we can find our Goblin Caravan guy along the way. We're not going to just hunt him down right now because we'll have plenty of opportunities to do that. He often will yell when he wants help or whatever. So gotta look for that too. So since we don't see him, yeah, we're going to go to this first Kodo Roundup. Just random dude. So this is kind of an interesting quest. It's something that gets copied more in Burning Crusade and even to a lesser extent, and in Wrath of the Lich King. It's the type of quest where you get sent to go collect a mount type of thing. They do it in more fun versions as time goes on. Old Scrabble Screws camp here. Okay.
Bibley thinks he's the only goblin in Desolace who knows how to make money. Well, the only caravan brave enough to travel these parts relies on me. Ever since I learned how to rejuvenate and control aged and dying Kodos with my Kodo Combobulator, the caravan owner Kork, Rigger, and I entered a partnership. Take the Combobulator and use it on any ancient, aged, or dying Kodos. It will jolt the beast into a tamed Kodo and force it to follow you. Once you have a Kodo tamed, bring it back to me.
So kind of a little tedious the way this quest works. So you basically go in there, you find one of the three, like he just said, and you just tame it and then bring it back. So it's not hard. You're just running back and forth, and this is apparently where the caravan gets its Kodos from a lore perspective. So there's an ancient Kodo. So we will go over there and we will use this thing on it, and then he will. Now he's green and he's triggered to follow us. They're a little slower. They move at like follower pace. So if you're fast, like I am, or even worse, like travel form or on a mount, you maybe have to worry how far do they tether. I've never messed with it. I've never risked it too long. You can, as you can see, you can get kind of far away, but I think you only need to do 4 of them. It's covered up by this right now. Yeah, you have 5 minutes to get them back, so it's not like you can't stop and fight. I think you have to talk to him. Ah, the wondrous sound of Kodos. I love the way they make the ground shake. Oh, no, you talk to the beast. Okay. Alright, so now that's 1 of 5, and that's what this quest is a little bit annoying. Not hard at all, but we have got to go back and forth and do that 5 times. So if you do not have a mount or anything, and no speed increasing effects, extra annoying and slow. You might accidentally aggro. Luckily, these guys are gray for us, so we're just keeping it. There's a dying Kodo, so we just go for the closest ones we can get. Okay. Okay, this will be number 2. We just wait for him to start coming. And I try not to fight guys because I don't want to fight to mess up my Kodo experience, and I don't think they aggro onto the Kodos. So I'm just waiting. Look, that's an aged Kodo. He's super close, so we're gonna go for him next. Oh my gosh, that's even better. Look, there's a whole pack of them. That's awesome. So maybe I can at least peel off a couple from them. That would be really cool for us, but they are on the move. Okay, and then he asks you to go bam bam, and we now rinse and repeat 3 times. But look, we got lucky with this pack going through, so maybe we will, you know, yeah, that was pretty close in terms of almost missing out. This is pretty nice, though. This saves us a little bit. We will still need 2 more. I don't know if that pack will move too far away I think I can maybe peel off one more from the pack before it's not worth it. Okay, come in close. Inspect him. Bong bong. Says something like, that Kodo is sheer beauty. Wait a minute, where are my bifocals? Perhaps you should inspect the beast for me, because I guess Goblin Boy there needs bifocals. And I don't know what that inspection looks like. Alright, so they are moving their way down into the graveyard. Very Lion King-ish. Oh, and they disappeared. They despawned. It's in Kodo Apparition. So that's unfortunate. When they got to the graveyard, they despawned. So we only ended up getting one. We almost were there. That we'll be doing that with the apparitions in just a mo. Alright, here's another dying one. You can see one in there too, so they're everywhere. You don't even have to fight mobs to do this. It's just the tedium of going back and forth. That's a level 44 human paladin. Also, if I see the caravan, he's getting more apparitions. I don't remember. The apparitions comes in the Ghost-o-plasm Round Up, which we'll do that quest next. And I'm just keeping my eye out for the caravan, because we will do that. If he walks by, we'll pursue him for a while, even if that means pausing on this quest. Although we are down to only needing one more, so. But I don't see him. He's going to come out from this path. I haven't seen him, so. Yeah, again, this is just an example. Not a hard quest. Just kind of silly and slow. The wondrous sound of Kodos. I love the way they make the ground shake. Inspect the beast for me. Alright, last one. We gotta get one more. But yes, there are variations on this quest. I don't know if there were any in Dragonflight, but I can think of even up to Shadowlands, some variation of this quest. Alright, there's our last one. Let's go get this last aged Kodo. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. This is a decent zone to quest in. I do like it. And what's cool is we've never done any of this before. So that's awesome. So we're getting really, really close to being all novel things, which is great. So the only things that we have done that we did before we aborted that we haven't done now is we started Stranglethorn, and we will not be doing that for quite some time. And we ran, I think we did Razorfen Downs on camera, which we'll do that soon. We'll do that this week. And Scarlet Monastery. Okay, we did it.
Talk to me.
The caravan will be here shortly. Do you have the 5 new tame Kodos I was asking for?
3, 4, and 5. Excellent. I asked for 5 tamed Kodos, and I get 5 tamed Kodos. I am going to be rich. Yes, very rich. I hope to see the look on Bibley's green face when he hears about my success.
Alright, so just a nice little bam bam. Alright, so that was called Kodo Roundup, and we picked it up and turned it in. I can't check it off yet because I'm not checking off the yellows until we complete them on both. Alright, so now we're going to go back over into this because we can pick up Ghost-o-plasm Round Up. Caravan again. We'll see. If we don't do the caravan on today's episode, it's fine. Worst case scenario, we will take the 20 or so minutes it takes to follow the caravan around. If we have poor luck and we never organically see the dude running. And you can get both in that run. The entire process takes around 25 minutes, give or take. So it's a little annoying to do that for 2 quests, but yeah, whatever. Alright, so this is another goblin, and then there's another bone collector right there that is also goblin stuff. So there are 3 real goblins stationed around. Ghost-o-plasm Round Up, and then the Bone Collector, which will send us back here too, but we'll hit that spoke up when we get there naturally.
There's a valley to the southeast, the Valley of Bones, haunted by Magram ghosts. Sounds scary, doesn't it? Well, think how scary it is to the Magram. If we captured ghost energy from that place, I bet it'd be worth plenty to those centaurs. Here, take this crate of ghost magnets. If you place one between the two big skeletons in the valley, the dead Goliaths, then ghosts will wander to it. Distance yourself, take out the ghosts, and get their ghost-o-plasm. That's what we'll sell to the Magram.
This is not the one I was thinking of. I forgot. It's way down there. Okay, the Bone Collector is the one I was thinking of. So, we'll still go down and do this. It's just, this one is not, even though he's talking about the Magram, it doesn't actually... Don't know. Well, we want the... We want the, aggroed on me. Mana burned me. We want to get the Gelkis on friendly first anyway. So if this does affect our rep, it's not going to be the end of the world. Quest, I've actually died on this quest before. You can screw it up a little bit depending on how you do it. Not the one I thought. This one has nothing to do with the Kodo. The Bone Collector does. That's more Corruptor, so that's not a real area over there. This is the Magram area. So yeah, we're going basically down to this place, which is... That's a Deep Strider Giant. This area is where you have to go when you're Alliance and you're trying to unlock the Scarlet Monastery quest lines. You have to come down here. It's mostly giant skeletons. Like, freaking big behind skeletons. I don't know what they're eating, but they are. See, look at them. I don't know why they're so big. Called Undead Ravagers. You can fight your way into them. Don't know if I just aggroed one or not. That guy's fighting one. You don't need... You have to go through this path. Then at the bot, we might have to fight one or two just because I don't want to, like, bring an aggro. I don't want to have them aggroed on or whatever when I get there. But you have to go down here to this bone of... I don't even know what it is. If you see, like, look, it looks like snake-headed boss, kind of sort of thing. This is where you come, and in this little clearing right here, you have to set the Ghost-o-plasm thing. And what it will make happen is it makes these ghosts of centaurs come, and then you have to really... Yeah, see, they'll get hostile and fight you. See, and then he just cursed me. And that makes my magical damage increase. Like, it makes me take more damage. And then you have to be careful, because these guys are... They're neutral, but if you get too close, they will aggro on you. See, they are... Now I gotta get out of here, because I'm gonna die right now. I can use a potion, but I'm screwed. Like, this is it. The skeletons spawned in, and I'm gonna wait for them. But that was bad for me. So basically, I'm gonna just eat one of these. So these guys will sit there. They become hostile. What you want to do is not fight that anywhere near them. So we did get one. But, like, you gotta be careful. I wasted, so that cost us 18 silver plus repair costs. And now I've got to fight these skeletons too, because I have to clear them out of the area. So real quick, I got overwhelmed. You don't want to be anywhere near them. I shouldn't have set my totems up right there. Let's go ahead. These mobs are not weak. So the goal is to try to... See, some of them are... Also, I did not get... Didn't affect my rep. That's good. I guess I gotta drink some. I want to get one of these guys to come. And I can always re-plop the thing down. It's not like I'm gonna fail by not doing it, but it's annoying that all these skeletons. That was bad. That was just a bad turn of events for me. One, I had set myself up poorly anyway, but then two, I opened myself up to these skeletons coming about, and now I might be screwed. Like I might not be. I might have to wait for those guys to despawn because I can't really. They might all aggro onto me if I try to attack them, including that skeleton. Don't really want that to happen. Okay. So that guy's already kind of sort of de-aggroing. There we go. Maybe I can get this one. Okay, so I can at least... There's more coming, though, so that's good. So this is kind of what you should... Now it's done. It's done its little dance, but I was at least able to pull a second one. And I guess they're kind of high level. 39. I'm 38, so... Let's go after this dude, too. Because then we gotta plop again. So I did get 2 of the 8. You only need 8. Now, if this guy does the same thing where he summons some, the good thing for us is we'll be able to peel off some of our own. I don't want that. Really don't want... Like, there's just... My mana is so low. Alright, so let's go ahead and plop these down again. Then we just peel one off wherever we can. So, there we go. That's all you do. And we just keep rinsing and repeating as much as we can. They do turn hostile somewhat. They hit me with that curse again. Unfortunate. It really is. Unfortunate it's being kind. I gotta use another potion. Okay, so, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. There we go. Gotta get a heal off on myself. And because they're level 38, like, I don't know. Just, that curse is no joke. Gosh. I can just hope I can survive this war of attrition some. Maybe that will help, but now, because I just did that, I don't know if I will. He's gonna luckily come here and help me out. Thank God. They saved my life. That person literally saved my life. Okay, so can I eat? That was pretty poor. I guess I'll drink another water. So we are half done. We are going to pull this out. It's just that this curse, 15% increased damage taken sucks. So maybe if we do the stone skin, maybe that would help me some. Okay. Let's drop those totems. We'll also start with that. So I don't know if that's going to make those guys aggro on. Maybe. I mean, it didn't seem to. Okay, we'll go with the defense. I don't know. Maybe even the offense would have been fine, but... Okay, that's good. And the XP they give you is like trash. I think it's to deter, like, infinitely farming these. This guy died too. He just rezzed. I think that's the reason why you don't, why they get such poor XP. Because otherwise you could spawn these guys forever. Like, especially if you were like a cross mage or something like that. Just keep creating your own pile. So they're like, well, we'll just make it worth like no XP and no loot. So that was Blizzard's answer to that. So that's another part of it. I think I just overestimated my ability with these mobs because I'm so used to being higher level than them. Just Alright, so we'll go ahead and drink another juice, and now that juice stack is gone. So we'll add this over there, and I'm on much more rations with that. Alright, we have to use it one more time because I still need 2 more Ghost-o-plasm. That's just poor planning on my part. Not planning, but like I said, overestimating, overconfidence. Best way to think of it. But we're getting it taken care of, so it's not. First one was bad luck and probably overconfidence. This one's just mostly overconfidence. Switch to the offensive one again. Let's see if that will help me out. Just a little bonus to damage. Alright, so yeah, Centaur Ghost, we're taking him down. Let's see if I can get this one. Uh-oh. Don't want to have anybody else add on. That could be the... That would be the one thing that spelled doom for us, because this is the last one we need. Nailed it. First try. Alright, the cool thing is no rep was influenced by that, so we don't have to worry about that. So now we can get out of here. I also did not see that little goblin. I was kind of distracted by dying. I didn't see the goblin calling for help anywhere. But that was nice, because that was just a night elf person. That was just an ally, and they still came in. They literally saved my life. I would have had probably a second death if it wasn't for that. Come on. These are some massive skellies. Alright, so now we're going to go turn in Ghost-o-plasm Round Up, pick up turn in on that one. We'll do that again with Alliance, and hopefully we will have learned our lesson when we come out here and do it with Fleet Contessa. She can also use her, like, ghost-killing ways. Well, and she can combine it with her... with killing all the skeletons for a purpose. You have to kill... I think you have to kill, like, 30 of them for the quest. Something ridiculous like that. That's why those ally are all out there killing. Alright, so old caravan, still no news on him, but we can actually follow it up and see if we find anything. He will stop at certain points. Or he being the whole caravan. I think this is one of the places where they have a pit stop. But I don't see that happening right now. Alright, so we're going to go do Ghost-o-plasm Round Up. While we're walking over there, I'll go ahead and mark off that we've picked it up and turned it in. So Ghost-o-plasm Round Up, that's actually one of the tougher quests, and it felt like it. So a pick up and a drop up of Ghost-o-plasm Round Up. Yeah, one of the tougher quests out there, and it felt like it. I actually had, I played a lot more than I have been yesterday. I think I did like 10 quests yesterday. Holy cow. On offline, so that was actually for the first time I've like zeroed out based on like what we do on the show to where I didn't lose ground, so that was pretty good. I don't know that I'll quite get there today with those same kind of numbers. Alright, after this, I I guess we'll go up and we'll do the camp right here, but I also kind of want to come up here.
Yo!
That's my Ghost-o-plasm leaking soul.
There it is. Looks like you got some of it on you, too. Kinda
Gross.
slimy, eh? Well, thanks a lot for all the trouble, adventurer. This stuff will be worth a fortune if I can convince the centaurs what it is.
Okay. What it do? If I can convince them what it do. Alright, so now we have to get up into Ghostwalker Post. To do... This is the other city in the area for Horde. The Horde get 2. The Alliance get 1. It's up there. It's called Nigel's Point. Again, we'll cover that more when we are messing around with Gleek and Tessa. Downside about Ghostwalker Post is it's a little tricky to climb up into. You can only come from like certain angles, but it looks like this is one of them. All right, so we'll start with the tip top. So we're gonna start over here and work our way down. Start with Alliance Relations. And we're just going to do some hand waving about the family tree when we turn that one in. Because I technically said we did that on the last episode, but we didn't. Alright, so if you come to the end, there's a food and drink vendor at the top, in case you needed to buy, and trade goods. What do you have for me?
I have just the thing for you.
Okay. Tailoring, carry and surprise recipe, and a heavy Kodo stew recipe. Great. Cool. So that is a way for us to be able to now cook mystery meat, which we do have that, and to cook heavy Kodo meat. Great. So now we have something to do with our carrion meat, so that's pretty good. So actually...
Looking for something special?
Yeah, sure. We need 8 hot spices. And then that will add some more food to our thing. All right, to our whatever. We just need now. I need to find a pot of fire.
Greetings, adventurer. You bring news from Orgrimmar. That is good. The demon infestation overwhelms this area even more than the smell of centaur dung. The horsemen claim this land as their own, but clearly there are influences out of their control that will crush them if not kept in check. It does not please me that we aid the centaur indirectly, but it is for the good of the Horde, so I do my duty for the war chief, even if it means helping the warlocks within the Horde.
The main threat Thrall wishes dealt with is the Burning Blade. Members of the Horde that have given their loyalty to the demons. They seek to practice their dark magic and care little for Thrall's vision of the Horde's future here in Kalimdor.
The Burning Blade have many agendas, but know that they are evil to their core, their spirits corrupted, and their destruction is the only way to thwart their objectives. Keldrin sent Moran with me because of his knowledge of the Blade and their warlock ways. He has control of our plots against the Blade, while I deal with the other demonic threats here in Desolace. Speak to him, and he will guide you in his designs.
A demon infestation does not occur without other influences. Something else allows evil to gain a foothold. It may start with a weakened spirit, a needless desire for power. Perhaps it's a thirst for revenge, or the appeal for final justice. When we are beset by pain, evil takes advantage of us. Evil such as the Satyr. Ties have been made between them and the Burning Blade, and Thrall would have them slain. Seek them out to the northeast of here and return to me when you've driven them back.
Okay. So, we're going to talk to someone to find out how we can work on this, like, public image problem. And we also want to mess with the Satyr yet again because they are evil and they suck. Alright, so Alliance Relations 2, we have now turned in. And then he gave us Alliance Relations 3. Okay, we're gonna do that in just a sec. He also gave us, what was it called? Befouled by Satyr. Cool. Then we can go right around and turn in Alliance Relations 3 just by talking to Morin Bone Splitter.
Ah, yes. Aid from those loyal to the War Chief is always appreciated. My name is Morin. I am here at the behest of Keldron and the War Chief Cub Thrall. It is my desire to aid the youngling leader against the evils that threaten his rule. Come closer, adventurer. I shall explain to you my plan for removing the festering boil that is the burning blade. Death is most desirable for those despicable creatures that turn their back on their liege for such selfish reasons. But death is not enough when dealing with those that have given themselves over to the darkness. Take this gem. When one of the burning blades near death, activate its magic. The spell shall pull the corrupted spirit out of its victim, leaving an infused gem behind. Bring me these infused gems so I may dispose of them properly. Go now and may you elude death.
Alright, so we're specifically going to be targeting the Burning Blade because they're giving us a bad image. And we're going to not just kill them, we want to like destroy their souls. Kind of jacked. And that is called the Burning of Spirits, that quest we just picked up for that guy. Okay. Alright, but that's what you get when you work with the Forsaken. You're going to get some extreme weirdness. It's a Ghostwalker Brave, okay. Alright, as we continue along, we have finally to turn in... Oh, no, here's Catch of the Day, and here's Family Tree. Finally have Family Tree to turn in.
Well met.
Desolace is not such a bad place, if you don't mind the constant harassments from the Centaurs.
Goodbye.
What news have you, Shaman? Ah, message from my brother, you say. Well, then hand over the report.
I know not what connection you have with my brother, but it would seem he has trust with you, adventurer.
I don't even remember where we got that.
Longhorn, and would like to welcome you to Ghostwalker Post. We have many needs, adventurer. Talk with others. Perhaps there is need of you here.
I already checked that one off, technically.
The smell of cooked fish has long been missing here at Ghostwalker Post. The trolls at Shadowprey Village are the best at catching fish. But alas, with all the Centaur activities, I have little time to make a journey to the trolls. Do me a favor and journey to Shadowprey Village. Talk to the local fisherman Jinar Zillin and bring me back my favorite bloodbelly fish. The road south of here will take you west to the troll village.
Okay, and that's true. So he gives us Catch of the Day. That is just a straight up, hey, go down there and you have to do the repeatable quest twice, fish in a bucket. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just have to do it. So now we actually have a reason to go back there. You technically could have picked that quest up earlier and done fish in a bucket. There just wasn't a real reason.
The strongest hides come from those Kodo that have laid themselves to rest in this wasteland.
Is there a place to cook? Can I cook on this thing? Yes, I can. Good. That's what I was really hoping to find, was this cooking spot. Clear. Take two things in my inventory and turn them into one. Carrion Surprise. That sounds disgusting. I can't say if I would really be into eating that in real life. Just solid iron malt. Now, I'm gonna sell the raptor flesh. I'm not gonna keep one piece of raptor flesh forever in the hopes I eventually get it. Now this though, okay, it's 8 stamina. That's way better, but it is better than my clams, or 6, so it's somewhere in the middle. So I will keep it for now. Alright, so we've almost got that. Couple other things to pick up here. Last little building, and then we've fully explored Ghostwalker Post. Okay, here's Felger 2 Cuts.
You are here on orders from Regthar. Then you are here to deal with the Centaur. Good. I hope you're rested. I don't know how our campaign against the Centaur will end, but I know the struggle will be long. Have a seat and listen.
Okay.
The Kolkar are not the only Centaur of Desolace. Many clans wander these dry plains, fighting and dying against each other, and it is good that they fight among themselves, for they are strong and brutal. If the Centaur united against us, they would be a fierce foe. We must deal with them before they unite. Your first task is to disrupt the Kolkar clan. Do this by killing its leader, Khan Dez'hepah. The Kolkar village is northeast of here. Go, and may fortune...
So that's what can be kind of confusing. Like, there's a Kolkar tribe, there's a Moradon tribe, Moradon, and then there are the Mag'har and the Gelkis. So there are 4 different tribes just in this area alone, and they're all against each other.
What brings you here?
The Centaur clans rule the wastes of Desolace. If united, they would be a terrible force. It is then good that the Centaur clans are not united, but instead bicker and war amongst themselves.
To beat the Centaur, we must use their hatred against them. We will ally with one of the clans, and through them, we will learn how to defeat all the clans. If you choose to ally with the Magram, then slay their foes, the Gelkis. This will earn you respect among the Magram. When you earn enough, then meet with the Magram spokesman Warug on the outskirts of the Magram village in southeast Desolace. To beat the Centaur, we must use their hatred against them. We will ally with one of the clans, and through them, we will learn how to defeat all the clans. If you choose to ally with the Gelkis, then slay their most hated rival, the Magram. After you earn the respect of the Gelkis, meet with the Gelkis shaman Uthek the Wise on the outskirts of the Gelkis village in southwest Desolace.
So, luckily for us, when we do this in retail, entirely different experience. Okay, so first of all, we turned in the Kolkar of Desolace, so we did finally get that quest. So, Kolkar of Desolace, checked off. Hunting and Stranglethorn, going to sit at the top for us. Okay, and then we were able to pick up, what's it called? Dez'hepah? Khan Dez'hepah. Which we need that one. This is killing a non-related, like, the Kolkar are not really anything special. Okay, and then we also picked up Magram Alliance. When I did this with Horde, I started with the Magram. But we're also at the same time picking up the Gelkis Alliance, which is actually what we're going to do first. Why did I not put that anywhere? I think I forgot to put Gelkim Alliance. Because then I just went to the other side, but actually we should have done, I should have entered this. I should have done Gelkis Alliance right here. Because then I basically worked that quest up. They are 2 separate quests. I just didn't, I think I was so in my head focused on what it was going to take to get there. I never actually put that we had to go. I had the quest and I never tracked it when I picked it up, and I just did it whatever when it came. Okay, cool. All right, so we are now we have some places to peek here. The Burning Legion stuff, I want to go up there. Get me out of here. I'm not worried about it until we go to that phase. There is this little fish in the bucket we can do. Not worried about the Alliance yet either. So what I think I want to do now is I really want to see if we can get any piece of that caravan going. So let's go follow the caravan, and we'll go up along the road, and if not, if we don't see him, we can at least do the bone collector, and then we'll make one run where we just follow our way through here. We'll see what happens. If we can encounter him, I'd like to get at least one of his 2 pieces done. Ideally, maybe both. Where are we at on our time on our record? Maybe we just get them. Yeah, we're doing fine still. We have time if we want to follow the caravans around to do both. If we don't see him on this run, we'll hit up Bone Collector, but I don't know that I want to get into so many of these other things right now. There are some... the Scepter of Light and claim Rackmore's treasure, that stuff, I kind of want to do that when I kind of want to make this big circle, and then we can get into the other stuff as we go. So, the Gelkus Alliance, which is what we'll do first, that's actually the lowest. But then we also have this clam bait, all that up there that I want to do. And we can, once we do that, then we'll come back for the Fish of the Day piece. I don't know that'll happen today. I think what maybe we'll do today is try to get this bone collector done and try to hit the caravan up. So we'll have done all this side stuff. And if we want, we can begin killing Mag'har for that. Now we can get Khan Dez'hepah's head while we're right here. Nothing says we can't go off and venture off to get his. He can appear in a couple different spots, which is why that appears. These are the easiest of the Centaur, and they don't affect rep for anything. Just gotta find Khan Dez'hepah. It's chest over there. He's often up here, but not right now. He can, excuse me. He can appear in a few different spots. Should be found in this tent. There he is. So we're gonna fight our way into this tent and then kill him while we're there. I'm gonna set some totems up when I get in there. He is. Don't even need to do totems. Because none of his people came to help him. Okay, chop that dude's head off. That was just a quick smash and grab assassination mission. Pretty good. And I didn't see the goblin caravan anytime we were here. So, if you notice right there, the other thing, there's also a secondary benefit for following around this caravan, and that's he has a robot vendor that sells a lot of recipes, and at his 2 different stops, the robot sells different recipes. So if you follow him around, you get access to both selections, and usually there's anywhere from 2 to 4 recipes that we probably haven't encountered yet. So I'm sort of kind of waiting for him to appear. What I want to do is, if we're gonna follow his loop, because this is one of his stopping points. If he's at the stopping point, perfect. We're gonna just wait for him to get going. We're gonna shop and wait a minute. We maybe could start the bone collector. But what will happen is the caravan will run along, and then at 2 different spots he'll stop, and they'll stop and ask for help. One is right here, and when they stop and ask for help, they give you a minute to respond to the call for aid. And if you do, you're then on a short escort quest. And the caravan's pretty hardy, so they're pretty easy. Even though this one is level 35 and this one's 38, they're pretty easy. So that's where this is. I guess it looks as though they pull off to the side right here, so I don't see them. Which makes me feel like, okay, I don't know where they're at. I would like to start with it here if we can. So in the meantime, we can do Bone Collector. And then we'll just see if we get lucky.
We're sitting on a gold mine here, I tell you. A gold mine!
Ooh, I don't have a necklace yet. We'll
Kodo
finally
bones
have
will
one.
change the world forever. I have customers making furniture, music instruments, and even blasting powder out of them. There's a caravan that comes by and picks up my Kodo bones and then sells them at Shadowprey Village. If you can travel to the Kodo graveyard south of here and bring me 10 Kodo bones, I'll give you something in return. Is it a deal?
So good thing for us, this is the first time we will have encountered a necklace on this character somehow. I can't believe we haven't even found one yet. So that's great. So let's go pick up that thing. While we're in there, we can also turn in the Khan Dez'hepah quest. And then I think it might be... just tough. We really want to follow the caravan, starting from this north point and make our way down. So, might be something that we could commit to. I am not sure. I'm kind of on the fence. I don't want to commit to something like that right now. Don't want to be attacked by these multiple mobs. That's for darn sure. Alright, so we'll turn in Dez'hepah, and that's going to give us some other quests too. And we'll pick up the Bone Collector and just do that. Go turn it in. And I mean, we could go over here and work this side. That's part of it too.
Blood and
Reconcile. Have you defeated Dez'hepah?
Well done. This swift act against the Kolkar is an effective show of strength, and strength is what the Centaur understand best. The death of the Kolkar leader will not only disrupt that clan, but give pause to the others.
Leveled up.
Now that you scared the Centaur clans, it's time to bleed them. When traveling Desolace, hunt Centaur. I don't care which clan you hunt, just gather ears. A horde of ears. By weakening their numbers, you will weaken their resolve and stamp out any thoughts of expansion. Good hunting, adventurer.
Now, we already have to kill Magrum, so we can do that while we're there. Alright, let's go back to Resto and continue to lower the cost of those totems. Which, as we see, sometimes we really need that. Alright, so what you're looking for are these bones right here. The skulls, I think, are all of them, but maybe there's a second, like, artifact that can represent the bones. I think when you do them, this spawns the ghosts, the Kodo ghosts, sometimes, every time, I don't know. So that's it, you're just going around. Oh yeah, so here's another bone, but I think I saw one that's not a bone. Yeah, sometimes it spawns ghosts, and that's just this quest. See, this time it spawned a ghost. When it spawns a Kodo apparition, you then have to fight it, and as you can see, they are... Well, my two-handed axes is... Oh, because we should be going up to 195. Alright, so this, again, a skull. How many do we need? 10. So they're not too tough. And the other guys, like, won't aggro. It's the birds might aggro on and increase your fight difficulty, but yeah, nothing too special. Alrighty. So we've killed 3. At least we're getting regular XP for these. And like you saw from the first one, that it's not automatic ghost spawn, but so far 2 out of the 3 did. Yep, so okay, so far 3 out of 4. Seems like more often than not we're gonna spawn them. Yeah, yesterday, guys, sorry about the quality of the record. My sinus, I was having some severe, either kind of sinus issues, and I don't know. I have never gone into like a doctor to be diagnosed, but I sometimes, especially it started around 10-ish years ago, maybe a little bit less, maybe more like 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago. I started experiencing some really intense headaches that meet some of the symptoms of what I've read online, you know, like that's what we do nowadays, we go online, of what migraines sound like. But again, I'm no doctor, and I don't want to like WebMD diagnose myself, but I get these extremely intense headaches sometimes. The way that they can, the reasons why they sometimes, that makes me think that they may be related to, in the, you know, they might be migraines, is that they give me extreme sensory sensitivity, where, like, I don't, any light whatsoever, like, I can't be around it. Like, it's painful for me to be in a room that has lights, sound, and it can be so painful that it makes me feel nauseous. So the fact that it's also the way, it's like an entire head headache. It's not a spot on my head. See, that time I didn't get one. I didn't get a ghost. Now, other people, though, they talk about this halo effect. I don't necessarily think I have that. I don't see that. Also, some people will talk about almost like a synesthesia type of thing, where it's like you're experiencing, I don't know, colors or something. I can't remember. I've read other aspects of migraines, and I'm like, well, mine's not really like that. And some of those things might just be, you know, associated with experiencing extreme pain. Like, if you're experiencing a heavy pressure pain, you might, you know, feeling nauseous is just a natural reaction to that. Having a headache of any kind, well, you don't really want loud noises or anything. That's abrasive, and that's not going to make you get into a headspace where you can chill. So, I don't know, but it's pretty intense, and it's a newer thing that didn't begin until I was somewhere in my mid to late 30s. That I started experiencing that, which I think I've read that you can kind of be an age where you can have those. But I don't take migraine medication or anything like that. What I would typically do is I will take some just regular Advil. I usually take an allergy medicine in case it's related to sinuses. And then there you go. We got all 10. And then I usually will try to. Sometimes I'll try to eat something unless I'm super nauseous. But most of the time I'll try to eat something, even if it's not like pleasant, because I sleep easier if I eat something first. Well, at least for like having a nap. And then I will just like fully containment. Like, I will wrap my head in blankets and put a stack of pillows on top of it, like fully seal myself off from all light and sound as best I can, and then just nap it out. And 9 times out of 10 I'll wake up and feel a lot better if I go through that whole process. But it can be like debilitating. That's what makes me think it's not like a regular headache or a regular sinus headache. When it's like that, like I can barely open my eyes. Very, very, very hard for me. And so I loathe, if it happens when I'm at work, it's miserable. So I'm not going to go home early for it, but it can create quite a miserable experience for me. I really hate it. Usually I don't wake up with it early in the morning, so it's something I can start to feel coming on. And then I can be like, I need to just get out. Like, I got to just make it through my day as best as I can.
Hey, how you doing?
Do you have the bones? The caravan will be here any moment. I need just 10 more Kodo bones to reach a career high. A career high, I tell you.
Ah, goody! My bones! I can't wait till the chaps at home see my face on the front cover of Goblinpreneur. I'll be the richest goblin in the world. And my physical education teacher said I would never amount to anything.
Goblinpreneur? Like Goblin Entrepreneur. We got a necklace, thank goodness. That's cool. So the only thing we're not riding on is trinkets right now. Alright, so I don't know what I want to do with this. I wanted to do this caravan. We could start working on the bounty. We could go over this way, and I kind of want to do that too. There's also the satyr up there. What I really most want is this dumb caravan, but we're not having any good luck with where the caravan's at. Alright, so maybe I'll make my way down. Maybe we'll get lucky and see the caravan, and I'll make my way down and we'll start the Magrum killing. There's a pretty good amount, though, of what we can do. So let's also do... We just did Kodo Bones, or whatever it's called. Yeah, so we did a pickup and drop up of Kodo... What's it called? Bone Collector. So... Pick up, drop off, Bone Collector. Oh, dang it, I forgot to do Dez'hepah. So undo that, actually. We need to do Dez'hepah. We did complete Dez'hepah. Make sure I'm not passing these guys by, and then that gave us the Centaur Bounty quest. To pick up. Just don't want to pass these guys by. Alright, and then we did the Bone Collector. We just did that. Pick up and drop off of Bone Collector. I don't think we passed him by. I mean, we could also follow all the way through. I don't know. I really want this stupid bounty. And yeah, like I said, we want to do the Gelkus Alliance first. Between the two alliances. I don't really want to mess with the other stuff yet. Turn in the Turkish. There were 39, so there's also that. Can I get an Elementium ore, 10 Arcanite bars, a Fiery Core, and 3 Elemental Flux? To level your mining? That's a whole skill. I don't even... That does your mining? It seems like it would be something else like blacksmithing or something. That's a lot. I mean, to me, it seems like that's a bit much. So this is again one of his pull-off stops right here. We haven't seen this caravan at all. Maybe we'll get lucky and he's down here at the end. There he is. But this means... So this is unfortunate for us, kind of. So we'll follow this. Why is it unfortunate? That means he already finished the Gizelton caravan part. So he's going to go up and do that. That stinks. So there's the caravan. So I'm not going to do it today. I want to catch him up here first. Because then we can hit these both on the way. On both pieces. So instead, let's go down here. Like I said, we'll start the Gelkus Alliance off. We can also get some Centaur ears. We'll just start it. What's our time on our record right now? Yeah, we're okay. Okay, so we'll just do a piece of it. We won't do necessarily the entire grind out. Because you need to go from neutral to friendly. Both of them. Which is not that hard the first time. It's when we do this the second time that's really going to be a pain. Okay, so... Alright, so here we go. I'm saving and not interrupting. Because I think they can heal, so I'm going to save my interrupts for that. Okay, so if you look there, we got 20, not 25, 20 rep and a decrease of 1,000 now, and we need a total of 6. No, that's ratchet. So, but still, well, that's because we're friendly. So if you look at our reputation, we need to get up. So we need a total of 1,000. It's not that bad. So that's all. We just need 1,000 total rep, which is 5. So that's 50 total kills. We've done 1. And that's all. We just kind of keep that. And we got an ear. So maybe as long as it's at least a 1 in 3 drop rate. You good on that? So that's all you do. And you're gonna... the problem is, because we need 50 kills, 50 times 100 is 5,000. So that's going to mean the second time around we need 6,000 rep instead of 1,000. Minus a couple other little things where we're going to have quests we just can't help ourselves. Alright, so we can... yeah, there we go. Now we're tracking this rep up here. That's another thing LBUI does that I like. Okay, cool. We are also getting wool. That's also awesome. Sweet. Okay, we've killed 4 so far. And you'll see that they are now... they're neutral right now. Through this process of dropping 6,000 rep, or 5,000 rep, I mean. Okay, so we've now gained 100 of the 1,000 that we need. 10% of the way done. Yeah, it's not that hard. So these little bags, this is what you have to collect as... so basically what... we're going to enter a quest chain here that requires us to go to war with the Gelkis, right? So... or in this case, I mean, go to war with the Magrum. If we do not get our 15 ears from these guys, that's okay. We're not going to keep killing them. We will kill the Kolkar right here. You can also kill the Maraudon ones. But yeah, so we'll have to go through for a few quests. If we look at if we get to a spot off the top of my head, one of them has you killing like one of them will have us come here and get these bags. That's fine. One of them will have us go grab something, I think, from the Swamp of Sorrows. So that's also... the bags, we can get these bags without... there are enough of these bag spots around, you can get them without killing any. Because remember, for every single one of these we kill, that's 5 kills we have to do on the other side. So when you're planning to be a super completionist like this, you have to think, how long does it take us to kill 5? Well, I mean, and I timed it out, like, when I was doing this. I did this twice in a row. And because we're now doing it together, that means I will have done this insanity 4 times. But see, look, there's bags right here. We can get those without aggroing. And you only need like 5 or 6 or something like that. You have to kill one of their leaders, and there's not a lot you can do about that. Like, you have to kill one of the Magrum leaders. I think... the good thing is, I believe when you turn in the quests, they don't have you... I think when you turn in the quests, it doesn't, go ahead and drop this. It doesn't hurt your rep. I think there may be one time you have to kill... I think there's like one forced kill where you have to kill one of their leaders, And it's maybe like you could pretty much just go in there and kill him if you want and smash and grab and get out. Maybe you have to kill two or three guys tops. So there's a few you have to do that way, and then that's just about it. So I think you kill one guy, you have to kill like a single named target. Can't really do anything about it. And you have to get those sacks of food. I think they have you go kill Kolkar. Again, not really... That one's... Like, the others have you go against the Moradon and Kolkar, so... The other ones, when you go kill them, it's not the end of the world because it's not going to drop rep for you. It's not going to harm your rep situation. Nice. Okay. So where are we at? We are at 280. We're a little bit more than a quarter of the way done. I don't know that I'm going to do the entire grind right now. It was just something to get us started. I might. Why not? I mean, okay, so we're at 300 right now. 300 of our 1,000 we need. I'm making good progress. That was it. I just picked up my coffee cup. That was what I mentioned to you guys when I said I need to save the interrupt because they go after you. They'll heal themselves. Alright, so this is a... they're still... You look at the color of their name. They're still yellow, which means even after all this killing, we're still neutral with them. Now, are we dropping down the neutral cycle? Absolutely. We've got 6 of the years, though. Alright, we're gonna sit here. I don't see any juice. You know what we could eat, though? We could eat one of these to get our well-fed buff, get our spirit back up. Hodori. Hodori used to be... I thought that guy that's talking about... I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that guy was in this guild. I don't know though, man. That's one of the things I hate about guilds. I've never, ever been in one that didn't have like, some sort of stupid freaking drama. People just salty about dumb things, and it's because the bottom line is, you know, you're in a guild, you want to be around, you want to play the game with people that you know you don't annoy you, but it's not your friends most of the time. Sure, some of them might be like in real life friends, but a lot of the times it's not. Ooh, what is this? 8199. Ooh, yeah. Pathfinder Hat of the Monkey. That's actually like a good... It looks dumb as heck compared to my headband, but it's a nice one. I like it. Cool. So that's cool. Thanks for the little hat upgrade, little Centaur. This guy says he was raging in the guild. We've had a few altercations, so I believe it. I am a pretty chill dude. I mean, and I you know, whatever. That's what it is, right? Look, we got a wand off that one. Let's sell that one for some money. kind of feel that way about myself, but, you know, I had a guild that, when I came back to retail years ago, I joined a guild. I don't even remember what they're called anymore. 420. So we're not quite halfway there yet. But I did join I joined a guild, and I liked it. There were some people I really, really enjoyed questing with, dungeoning with, doing mythics with in the guild, and also the chatter in the guild was good. The guild leader I found to be, like, you know, annoying. And they had this policy, so eventually I'm a pretty helpful and knowledgeable guy, and I made a particular effort to get into the chat, and especially when it comes to retail, I'm much more knowledgeable. Classic, I don't really have as much to offer. Other than the stuff we've covered, since I've done it a bunch. Like, sure, can I guide my way through Nomagon at this point? Yeah, can I tell you what process, like we're doing right now, if you want to be a weird completionist and do Magram and Gelkis? Yes, but that's such, like, specific knowledge that, you know, okay, look how they've turned orange now. That means they are now unfriendly towards me. So we've already dropped the Magram down through the 2,000 good graces that we have there, and they're now unfriendly, but they're still not quite red. So I think what unfriendly means is that they're going to talk about you behind your back. No, it means that I think it means they will aggro onto you, like on sight, but the aggro radius is pretty low. Like, I think that's all it really does. It's like, see, like, she's not aggroing onto me right here. Not aggroing. If you get really close. Oh, okay. So she won't. So there you go. So it does mean they won't aggro at all. Good to know. But I would imagine they will quickly aid one another. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the difference between unfriendly and neutral is, other than to signify that you've got some work to do to repair your relationship. But yeah, so it just, that guild, there was so much unnecessary drama created within the guild by the people, and where are we at right now? 540, so we're past the halfway mark. So that's one, and there was, I mean, I was part of it for years. So there were multiple waves where, like, everyone that I used to run with, everybody that I enjoyed questing with, left. So I stuck around with the guild over multiple mass exoduses of people. And that hurts, and then, you know, the only real constant was the guild runner, the guild leader, and she would periodically take, like, leaves of absence, basically, due to health, she would say. And so, one, I found her obnoxious. I also hated, basically there were, like, mandated Discord conference calls between the officers that would just talk about, like, dumb stuff. Not like raid strategies or something like that. It wasn't like that. It was like, you know, we want to make merch for the guild, and let's all share our addresses. And I never once got any merch for the guild in all the years that I was there. And we want, like, so branding stuff, or, like, you know, you have to go, you have to do, like, we would do, like, welcome calls if you were new to the guild, and you had to get on Discord and do one of these welcome calls. So it was like, man, I'm doing stuff like this as a job. and that you would go over what are the like rules of the guild, and it was, I mean, rules would basically be like, don't be a douche. And then like while you were doing that, the first few times you'd have to have other officers sit in on your welcome call so they could listen to how you ran them, and it was like, dude, I'm not getting paid for this. It's not that serious. And the biggest rule that they had was no drama, and the biggest creator of drama was the leader of the guild. And it was just annoying. And so after like 3 or 4 waves of where everybody quit, I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, you know what, it's not giving me anything. Like, it's not fun for me. Alright, 2680. We're getting there. And so I've never wanted to like put that much into it since, because of that experience, and I've never joined a guild since either, where I'm like, I love the sense of humor in this guild, I like the way that people joke with each other. You get some of that, but I think a big thing that's changed over the past 7-8 years too is the politics in this country has gotten so much more divisive. So when somebody starts spewing their political views in chat, because they're so divisive right now, chances are someone is going to say something that you are just like diametrically opposed to, because that's just how it is. That's how we are right now. And so, you know, I'll be part of a guild, and then like a dozen people in the guild will start having a rant about something that like I feel is so wrong and backward thinking, and I'm so opposite to what I believe. And I'll be like, dude, I just can't. Like, I wish you would have never said anything, because now I just feel like you are like a jerk or whatever, you know? Like, I don't want to fight in there. That's too much dudes. We're getting close. 240 more, which is 2 to 12. We got 12 more kills. We'll wrap up this little piece. So this is pretty good. I think maybe next episode, maybe tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow probably we'll do like a shorter reader one, because I have my son has an eye appointment at the eye doctor's, but it's not in my town, it's a little bit further away, so it's going to slow my whole day down. So, rather than that, I like these scrolls we're getting. So I'll probably want to cut corners on the video. And we have one more fable to run, and people don't seem to like the fables as much. I don't like reading them as much, that's whatever. We're gonna have to sell soon, too. Alright, yeah, we have 200 more XP. So, I mean, 200 more reps, which means we need a total of 10 kills. I mean, but guilds are useful. Like, even now, the guild I have right now, I just don't get into it. I'm not super duper active in chatting with it. Every now and then I'll answer a question. I ask them for help. They help me. I'll try to respond and give some help if I have some. It's whatever. It's fine. I've dungeoned with them, and I've had one negative experience dungeoning. Didn't let it make me quit or anything, and then I've had a couple positives. And my first one was good. I was in a guild that was kind of like a, you know, whatever, just a guild, and I had a good dungeon run with some people that that reached out after the run were over and was like, you know, I think you seem like a cool person that would be good in this guild. And hey, that's how you recruit. I hate playing retail right now. Like my wife and I like playing retail, but one of the things I hate, I'll go every single time we log on to play. We go play for a couple hours, like once a week lately. Every single time, because we're not part of a guild with these characters, because they're kind of newer. We will get like just inundated with spam. Join this guild. Join this guild. And sometimes it's like blah blah blah. Let's just call it like Fun Run Guild Group 4 or something like that. So it's like you filled up, like it's the same. It's 4 chunks of one big guild. Like I don't know why you're throwing these random invites out to fluff your numbers without even like that personal touch. At least in Classic, that's very rare. Actually, it's very rare to receive a random guild invite, and there's much more just active guilds. Or I wouldn't say much more. You pretty much know who the active guilds are. I guess it's a better way of putting it. There are, you know, whatever, a small number of active, more known guilds. Like I'm in this guild, Enigmatic, and you see them all over. There's, you know, when I see guilds, 9 times out of 10, when you see someone in a guild, you see them in a guild, you're like, I recognize that guild name. All right, we got all of our generic Centaur ears, and we just need 5 more kills. So we're not going to have to go out and get any of the other Centaur. You need to turn in this Centaur Bounty. And we will need to... We'll need to do something. 4 more kills. 4 more kills. Doesn't look like we're quite hated yet. So if you look at the rep, we are unfriendly, and this will get us down to hostile. So we will, by killing these 4, we're going to be flat hostile, and there's probably going to be at least 1 or 2 unavoidable little pieces we just can't help. Okay, 3 more kills. The trick is, the goal is to kill as few as possible. Also, though, this is rep grinding. Like, we leveled up right around the time we started this, and we're at 20,000 XP. So, this is a little bit of rep grinding. When we get to the actual... I think we need 2 kills. When we get to the real grind, when we have to do a whole episode where this is all we do. I mean, even this took like half an hour. Almost. And so it's going to be... Now, we'll be a little bit higher level when we approach this the next time. Probably be like level 40. That means so we'll kill him a little faster, but it also means we're going to get a little bit less XP. 1 more kill. Let's do it. Nailed it. And we got stone cloth gloves. Alright, so you turn that in over there. And we'll turn that in next time. I don't even want to turn it in today. But we will go into the Centaur Bounty and go turn that one in right now and stop at Ghostwalker Post. And next time we'll pick this up too, just to get that going. And what I really want to do next time is I want to follow this around. We won't do it. It'll probably be a few days, because tomorrow I think I will do the Fable episode, and then I'll take a day off and we'll just do one on, I'm not sure, on Tuesday. I might do it Tuesday, and I'll do my Assassin's Creed. I'll do my Patreon episode Wednesday. I gotta feel it out. I kind of play it by ear and see how I feel, but Tuesday is going to be a busier day for me. Usually Tuesdays are a little busier. Wednesdays. I just don't know. I just don't know how I'm gonna feel. So it's either gonna be Tuesday or Wednesday where we'll do the next episode on this. So you'll have a couple days. You'll see me tomorrow, but it won't be. All right, so we have to be careful. Like I said, it looks like you could just get up there, but it's very difficult to climb it. There's only a couple spots. You can come around this end, and as we saw before, you can come around like from the bottom, but there's not as many spaces as you would think. How did this episode wrap up as a record today? Just over 2 hours, so not too shabby. And we're going to turn in. They're going to give us another. I don't know if they give us another one after the Centaur Bounty. This quest at 31 now is worth like nothing, so that part sucks.
Loktar!
How is your collection of ears, Gleekenso? Large? By now, the Centaur must know your name. I'm sure they know it and respect it and fear it. And just as they know you, they know the banner under which you ride. The banner of the Horde.
So that's it. No more, like, neutral killing. They want... The rest of it, they want us to get deeper in there by having the,
What brings you here?
having the Centaur help us kill each other. I'm going to drop a lot of this stuff. The rest of this is all actually good. So that's another good thing. We're going to get a lot of wool from doing that. And we're getting a lot of, I don't think there is like a resting area here. I don't think we can get anything. We can just come in here. We won't get rested XP, so that's kind of lame. Oh well. All right, yeah, and we're actually going to burn through our rested XP pretty soon here. Okay, we have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. I thank you everybody so much for watching, for listening, and for tuning in. And I'll see you next time on Lore of Warcraft.